Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we take whatever artist or band we're doing and we listen to all their records and we rank them from worst to best. We also give our biggest banger from each of them, maybe a stinker, who knows. Normally we do our 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge first, but this week is just way too easy because we are doing the Transplants. And if you don't know, Travis Barker's in this band. So easy peasy, right? Unless you went some roundabout way, Jeff, I don't know, to get to Tom, but...
Let's see. Travis Barker was in Blink with Scott Rayner, and Scott Rayner was on Blink 155, and no, that's it.
He was. All right. Well, if you didn't already know, my name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. I also forgot to say, while you're listening, go to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe to us on there. Follow us on social media at Asinine Radio. We have a phone number you can call. Leave us a voicemail. Send us a text. The phone number is 503-893-5307. We also have a Discord server. If you want to join that, let us know. We will send you the link. And that's all I got for the boring intro. So let's just jump right into the album rankings, Jeff. Like I said, we're doing the Transplants. They have 3 records. So we'll probably get through this kind of quick. So what do you got for your number 3?
Go. Yeah, this should be a quick one. But I guess my least favorite is Haunted Cities, their second album, 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So this band's a pop band. They're a pop band. They like to mask their pop stuff pretty well, and they like to sound hard. But this was them writing really, really, it's still good, and there's still a lot of really catchy songs here. But they're a fucking pop band, and they write pop songs, and they think that they're hard. The best example of this is Gangsters and Thugs. This is a fucking pop song.
It's so embarrassing.
So my friends sell records.
So my friends sell drugs.
It's so stupid. It's a fucking pop song, and it's solid though. It's got a catchy hook. It really does. Man. But it's got like the cool punk rock edge to it because we're the Transplants, bro. And I think this was just too soon after their self-titled, their debut. This was only 3 years, and I think that they had something special with their self-titled, and they had something special within a war zone. But this was just this just didn't need to happen, and it kind of shows. But I will say I don't have a favorite song from this because I really don't like it at all. But there's some really cool like dub and reggae instrumentals that are drawn out. And they're really fun to jam along to, but they never get deeper into that sound. It's always just at the end of a song, it'll just extend it, or mid-song, you'll hear blips of it, but they never make a song out of it. And it's always just a pop song where we hear Tim do his cool voice and Rob sometimes yell. Otherwise,
his cool voice.
I wonder if he talks like. Do you think he talks like that, like behind closed doors? Like Christopher Walken style?
Well, you don't fuck. You don't remember him on X-Files? He was on an episode of X-Files.
The newer episodes of X-Files.
Yeah, the reboot.
I do remember him.
He speaks normally.
Yeah, but what if that was acting?
Well, he is acting, so it could have been not his real voice.
I just want to hear like what he sounds like when he's, when he's behind closed doors. He's talking to himself while pooping or something. I don't know.
That's a common thing to talk to yourself when you're pooping. Yeah.
You never say anything like you're watching a video. And you're like, oh, dude, that was funny, Jeff. Not that you would say your name.
Yes, I mean speaking in third person. Yeah, that's a common thing.
You are saying Jeff.
No,
because that makes even more sense. But yeah, Haunted Cities. Honestly, this was fucking dumb.
Okay, all right. So my number 3 is also Haunted Cities. I agree with like everything you said, but I think it's even worse than what you were trying to sugarcoat it. I think this is like a straight up bad record, except for the first song, Not Today. That's the only one that is playlistable. Outside of that, this album is just, it's kind of embarrassing. It's not good, man. Gangsters and Thugs, what a bad song. It'll get stuck in your head, that's for sure, but man, that's a dumb song.
It is. It's a stupid album. And then speaking of that one with half of Cypress Hill, the other song that has the other half of Cypress Hill, California. Like, come on, dude.
It's
come
terrible.
On.
It's so bad.
Just get over it.
And after coming off of that first record, which I absolutely love, I remember I bought this CD at Best Buy, and I couldn't believe this was real. It's terrible. I was so disappointed. I listened to it twice on CD, and then I put it away and never listened to it again. I hated it. I fucking hated it. I still don't. It's gotten better now, like retroactively it's gotten better, but it's still not a good record. So, Haunted Cities. There you go. Our number 3. So what do you got for number 2?
Album of the week. In a war zone.
In a war zone.
In a war zone. In a war zone.
This is also my number 2. So let's move on to our number 1, which is obviously the same. Easy peasy. The Transplants.
Yeah. So
self-titled.
They're self-titled. That their first album. Just what a cool fucking thing, right? Like these guys are coming together. They don't really need to do this. They're already successful in their own way. This doesn't even need to happen. Nobody called for this, and you could just tell that they did this because they really wanted to do this, and it meant something. And my favorite part of this is Skinhead Rob. I think he is amazing in this, and he never does this again. I mean, they only have 3 albums, but he never does it like this. In a war zone. Not like this. In a war zone is more fun, but we'll get into it. This is him being more aggressive, and I don't know. That's what makes this so great, is because everybody is kind of on their game, and everyone's bringing like the aggression, and they bring in a lot of people to help do backup vocals and other, like a lot of backup vocals. And overall, like the album just it's fun. It's fun. Doesn't take itself way too seriously, but they're well crafted songs. A lot of them are pop songs, like Diamonds and Guns. That's a fucking pop song, and kind of stupid.
The piano part that is so good.
It's
so good.
But like, dude, like my favorite one from this is still Dream. Drugs rule everything around me.
You really like that one?
God, I love it so fucking much. It's so cool. That's amazing. Tall Cans in the Air. That's great. So Romper Stomper. That's such a killer way to open the album. It's just, this album is so fucking good. It's so great because it is so fun. And these guys, again, they didn't need to do this. This is like a super group that nobody, not that nobody wanted, but that nobody was like clamoring for.
Nobody expected it.
Nobody expected it. Nobody cared if it never happened. It was just, hey, let's just make an album of stuff that we like and invite a bunch of our friends over to sing backup vocals. And that's what happened. And you could tell, like, you can hear Davey, you can hear his voice, you can hear these different people that are singing along to some of these songs. And it's just, it's really cool.
It is it's an amazing record. It really is.
And we'll get into it more in a war zone, but damn, D. Travis is just, he does really well in the Transplants. He does
He doesn't overdo it, least on this record. He doesn't overdo it. It's just enough.
He can be such a great punk drummer. He's so goddamn good. And like in a war zone, I love his drumming more so than this one, but he does really well in this.
Yeah, and we'll get into that. So your biggest banger off this one was Dream and Tall Cans?
Dream for sure, but those other two, also Tall Cans, Romper Stomper. That's my other faves. Everything around me.
Quick Death, the one with Davey Havok. I mean, what a unique sounding song. There's nothing that AFI has ever done that sounds like this. It's so weird. It's such a weird song. I love it. This is the best song on the record. This, Romper Stomper, because that opening is just, as an opener, it's perfect. And Tall Cans, those are my top 3 on this record.
Fuck yeah.
So, my God, dude, this record is phenomenal. But we actually did this on the pod maybe like a year ago. So go listen to that one, because we took a deep dive into all these songs. But that's all I got for the rankings. Got anything else on this one?
No, that was a quick one.
That was short and sweet. So stay tuned for the main episode, because we're getting into In a War Zone from the Transplants. And that's it. That's all.